Hello, this is our cold open. I'm just kidding.
You're not wrong.
I don't know if it's a cold open if you announce that it is.
The best part is because I usually don't tell you guys when we start recording. We just go and
Yeah, I don't know why you started telling us.
that was just you guys shake
Eat
things
Cliff
up.
Bars today. Sorry, I don't know.
Ew.
You said no ads earlier. I just wanted to toss one in there. Peanut butter
Yeah.
Cliff Bars are good.
Yeah.
You guys eat Cliff Bars? No one?
No.
No, it doesn't seem
I
like it.
used to a lot.
Joe, you don't eat anything. I feel like anything I would have asked you just then, you would have said no.
Yeah, probably. For a rather large fella, don't eat a lot.
That's all right. That's fine. You know? So this week, or last week actually,
Let's
is
shift
when
the
this.
subject.
Last week actually is when this happened. Nothing happened.
Oh.
Been a boring life. Been a sad, boring life.
Yeah, I slept a lot this week.
Because you've been sick.
Well, I was,
That was
like 2 weeks ago,
Yeah, it was
but
2
I've
weeks
just been
ago,
tired.
maybe.
Like
Oh.
Wednesday, I was gonna go race BMX, and then I slept for like 4 hours when I got home from work, and I was like, well, guess not.
Mm-hmm.
I think I did the same thing on Saturday too.
Yeah, I've been having trouble sleeping as well. It's
Dude,
great.
yeah. So like when I get home from work, I'll just pass out, but then like 11 rolls around, and I'm just like laying there, and I'm like, I'm really hot, and I can't sleep, and
also somehow wide awake.
It's been bad. Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. I hate it. Like, I wish I could go to bed at a normal time and not wake up at 2 a.m. and be wide awake. It's the
Same.
worst. I don't know what my body thinks it's doing when it does that, but like I would like to go to bed before midnight and wake up after like 6. Just once.
Yeah.
I don't know. Now I don't want to do melatonin because new studies have linked it with with dementia, and like I don't need that in my life. Don't need that in my life. Just gonna swallow NyQuil forever.
That's
just
good for
chug
you.
it. It's better, yeah, way better.
You don't count the
Obviously.
lizards walking around outside your house.
There you
Count
go.
the lizards.
Yeah, don't you have like in Florida? You have like the little baby lizard, like gecko type.
If I was trying to count the lizards outside of my house, I'd lose count at like 200.
That's what I'm saying.
It would not be easy.
Oh my god.
I remember
Like,
when I was
Florida
little,
is
we
just
visited.
lizards.
We visited, and there was one like it was in the windowsill, and it was so
It's
weird.
just lizards are like everywhere. It's
It's like
kind
a
of
core
insane.
memory.
Core memory.
Unfortunately,
memory of
lizard
lizards.
and window.
Lizard window. This should be the Lizard Window podcast.
Honestly, might get more viewers that way.
Yeah.
It could. It really could.
Talk about lizards and windows.
And lizard windows. Put them together. What do you get? A lizard window.
I feel like if we actually talked about sim racing, we could get some decent viewership, but none of us have enough time to actually participate in sim racing.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is fair. I'm trying to do more iRacing. There's iRacing stuff that's coming out this week.
Mhm.
Or not
What,
this
the
week, but like
Brazilian
soon.
stock cars
Yeah, the Brazilian
and-
stock cars. Those cars look cool, man. Those cars
It's
look
cool
cool.
to see a Chevy Cruze race car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Those cars are. I feel like those cars are going to be pretty gnarly. I downloaded some dirt stuff this past weekend. I'm going to try and start dipping my toes in dirt oval stuff.
That's
I
fun.
ran one race and it was not. It was I did very badly. I didn't wreck or anything, but I just was slow. And I
enjoyed
felt like
Dirt
I was doing
Oval.
everything right, but whatever. Who
I
knows?
enjoyed Dirt Oval more than I did some of the normal, at least the lower pavement. Oval
Yeah,
stuff.
I did dirt oval, and then I did I jumped in with zero practice to in a TCR race on Laguna Seca. TCR being the touring cars, those front wheel drive, like the Civic,
And your
the
little
Audi,
Civic.
and the Elantra. Yeah, I did it in the Civic, and I wasn't too bad. I got pretty quick by the end, but I just made so many mistakes that it was like, like the second you stick even like half a wheel or half a tire off in the sand because it's front wheel drive, the car's just dragging you that way.
Yeah.
It's impossible. It was actually quite frustrating. I actually got very mad at the end, battling for position, and I put like a quarter of an inch of my right front tire out in the sand. I just went straight. Like, it was rough. Anyway, sim racing,
Sim racing.
stories and wackiness.
On the Fake
Nice.
Racers podcast. Kind of how the name works.
Yeah.
Lizard window, more like Las Vegas though.
Not your best work. If I'm being
This
honest.
is Fake Racers podcast. I'm Joe.
I'm Davey.
Hi, Matthew.
No, you're not.
Yeah, true. I don't know who I am.
I
This
didn't
is the
have
Gaslight Gatekeep Girl Boss podcast now.
Yeah. Gatekeep girl boss. Wait, does that mean each one of us are one of them? So Joe's Gaslight, you're Gatekeep, and I'm Girl Boss?
I'm Gaslight?
I feel like I should be Gaslight. I feel like I'm really good at gaslighting.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. See, you're awful at it.
Okay, I think Joe's Gatekeep though. Yeah,
Joe is
Gatekeep?
definitely Joe is
You're
Gatekeep. Oh
Gatekeep.
my god, Joe is definitely. Gatekeep.
I'll be Girl
We-
Boss. I'm okay.
We
with
cannot
that.
deny that Matt is Girl Boss.
Yeah. So after we already established that I'm a horse girl a few weeks ago.
That's true.
Oh man, it's true. All right.
I like it how
Okay.
you had an explanation.
We are
for it.
off the rails, and the show hasn't even properly started.
Okay,
yet.
Gatekeep. Let's get the show started.
Yeah.
Oh, were you talking to me?
Yes.
Yes, believe it or not, the one who we said was Gatekeep when I referenced Gatekeep, that meant you.
It was Wild Weekend in Las
It was.
Vegas.
It was. Yes.
The idea of rather be lucky than good, or rather be lucky than back my primary car into the fence. Oh, got him. Alex Bowman, late race victory. Pretty much rinse and repeat Alex Bowman win. Kyle Busch, though, drives up
Dare
through the
I
field.
say, built different.
Kyle Busch drives up through the field. Late race caution. Crazy race.
Mm-hmm.
Waiting for one of you to jump in here.
Oh, well, I mean, I don't have anything to say. I think it's something being blown out of proportion by every Alex Bowman fan ever. He said something after the checkered.
Yes, all 100 of them.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to repeat it because there's a bunch of curse words in it, and Joe's going to want to bleep a bunch of it. Obviously, Joe is an Alex Bowman fan. It was a joke. I feel like before the two Alex Bowman fans chime in and say all this stuff and get all these gotchas in and get all the got-ems and all the fun little quirky things that they want to say and fun gags and la-di-da-di-da, I'm an Alex Bowman fan. He wins late, and it's funny because he's better at winning late, and Kyle Busch didn't win, and it's funny because people don't like Kyle Busch. I don't care. I think it's being blown out of proportion. Any single one of us would say something like that after getting a win, like kind of like plucked away at the very last second with a late race caution. Like, that's frustrating. Obviously, the guy who is known for saying stuff on the radio is going to say something about losing a race. This isn't some gotcha. This isn't some rivalry. The Alex Bowman fans are turning it into a rivalry. Here we go. Big rivalry. Like, he doesn't care. I don't think he actually cares.
I want to point out something. You said the radio. This was a statement by Kyle on the radio. We can talk about how things you say on the radio versus things you say outside the car very different.
Yeah,
right.
He didn't say a thing about it in the interview or anything.
No.
He was just like,
Yeah.
That's
like, I feel like it's just being blown out of proportion, and people are just flying off the handle about this phrase that just means nothing.
I just think it's funny.
See, the thing is, I agree with you. It's stupid, and Bowman doesn't care, and he's just gonna troll the hell out of Kyle Busch with it because he thinks it's funny. Yeah, same thing he did with Denny Hamlin because he knows it's gonna get under their skin because that's just the kind of guy he is. But it's it's not even factually accurate. The claim that he backs into wins is not even true.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. You know,
He has 7 career wins, and Pocono is literally the only one that you can say is lucky. Okay? I can name them all right now.
you gonna sit here and tell me that late race caution wasn't a little lucky?
It gave... Okay.
You gonna
Luck
say,
can give you a
I get
chance.
it, yes or a no, Mr.
No.
Matthew?
Luck can give you a chance, but you still have to perform.
Absolutely,
He was working on that
and-
line for a
and
while,
he-
wasn't he, folks?
Did he or did he not outduel the defending champion? Again.
No, he did. Absolutely.
Did he not... okay, let's go back to his first win at Chicagoland in 2019.
Go back to the yellow again? That was pretty funny.
When Kyle Larson runs...
He froze. If he wonders why we're laughing, it's because he froze.
Oh my god, he froze. We're about to go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Oh my
Here in a
gosh.
second off the screen. Well, while he's gone, just want to mention, they
we're all friends here.
right, yeah, that first, but execution and luck are two different things. Bowman and crew chief, right?
It can be both.
Yeah, exactly.
It can be both.
Some, and then at times it's, 75-25, or sometimes it's 50-50, sometimes it's 25-75. You know what I mean? Like, it's not
like obviously if that caution comes out, Alex Bowman isn't winning the race. I think that in itself is luck. Matt just messaged us and said for the first time once my internet went down. That's fine, buddy.
we're just gonna leave him there as long as we can. And then hope I don't have to go to 2 people somehow.
It was quite funny.
It was pretty funny.
I mean, he'll probably be back, but
all right, technical difficulties over. Matthew's back.
It's been 6 hours.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is the next day. We just all put the same clothes on because we're dirty, stinky boys.
Yep.
Yeah.
Matt made us wait for 6 hours. He's like, "Don't try to record it. Don't get anyone else. I'll be back."
I got my hair to curl exactly the same way too as it did.
Yeah, he was like, "Don't restart it yet. I'll be back." And then we waited forever. I'm starving.
But order some food.
No, I did order food. It was a joke about. It was a joke about him and doing the thing, and he did, and then
Okay.
We're back.
Joke. Here's the joke, and it.
Matt was in the middle of explaining why getting a caution with 2 laps to go isn't luck.
It's not what I said, but okay.
I know.
Matt was about to go through all of Alex Bowman's wins and describe why they weren't just him being lucky.
I'm just saying, you can get lucky breaks, but you still have to perform. So, and the claim that, I'm not saying there's no luck involved. Every single win that's ever happened in the history of racing involves luck of some kind.
Alex Bowman's involve a lot of luck.
It also involves a lot of great driving at the end of a race too. Luck didn't run down Denny Hamlin at Richmond for the lead at the end of that race. Luck didn't run down Denny Hamlin at the end of Martinsville. So luck didn't get him clutch restarts side by side with Kyle Larson at Dover and Las Vegas.
Yeah, the Martins. Well, you could argue that it's Scroochie thing. Greg Ives has made a bunch of great calls. You go back to Pocono, that was a great call to put him.
Greg Ives has been on the money.
Dover, a great pit stop to get him out front. This obviously the 2 tire stop, which the other 200 cars did, but still got him the track position, or at least out in front of the 18 and the 19.
Yeah.
What else? I'm trying to think. What other ones? Richmond was a good late race car.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good drive. I mean, you can't completely discount a guy's wins. By just saying that they're luck. Hamlin's comments last year kind of were going on TV and saying stuff like that. Like I said, then is a lot different than saying it on the radio. Like this instance is. Kyle Busch didn't say anything about Alex Bowman backing into a win on the. I have the quote: "The same effing guy who backs into every effing win that he ever effing gets." A lot of those words in there. He said fudge. Actually, we just gets backs into another effing win. Nope, there's another one. Sorry, and then he says BS. But he said the actual.
I mean, I would say that. I would say that at the end of a race. I would it. Obviously, Alex Bowman has a reputation for snatching wins, and Kyle Busch isn't gonna pull up Racing Reference and look up laps led and time charts to make his point at the end of a race. Maybe he should, but he's not gonna.
Yeah, pull it up on your digital dash.
Again, I don't think it's that big of an issue. I think Alex Bowman fans are just mad.
Hey, nobody tell Kyle Busch that all 3 races he won last year were incredibly lucky, I might add. So.
He's also won 2 championships.
Yeah, I know.
Also won a lot of other races.
I know. I'm just saying.
Hey, just so everyone knows too, I placed a bet at 4:15 p.m. Eastern time on Sunday afternoon, and on Alex Bowman, and I won $15. So
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I knew he was.
Wait. Can we rewind the podcast real quick? I need to find where we asked. I'm sorry, Joe. That was mean. I'm sorry.
And I'm gatekeeping.
I'm mostly just enjoying finally being the fan of a driver who A, wins consistently, and 2, pisses everybody off when he does it. Because oh my god, it feels so good.
Alex Bowman, if more Alex Bowman fans admitted what you just did, I wouldn't have such a problem with Alex Bowman fans being annoying about this. You at least admit, you know what? People get mad when my driver wins because of the manner that he won.
Yeah.
And I like that. And if more people said that, I'd be down.
It's funny
I'd be
because
down.
like my two drivers, Kyle Larson runs laps around everybody, and it makes people mad. And Alex Bowman just shows up at the last second and wins races, and it makes everybody mad. So I'm getting both ends of the spectrum,
you
and it's
are
awesome.
a toxic individual.
Damn right I am.
I'm a Jimmy Johnson fan.
The,
I was born to be. I grew up to be toxic.
Jimmy did both all the time.
Literally, as I have said before, if anyone ever gets mad at me, I just point to one of the 7 rings. Like, there's nothing you can say to me that will hurt my feelings anymore.
I haven't seen a lot, and I don't go digging for the drama, but of like
drama.
Bowman fans being toxic. I'm not going to say that it's not out there, but it's annoying? Is that the word you use?
Annoying is a better word.
Everybody's annoying.
Can I just say,
Joey Logano fans, those are the real annoying fans.
Can I just say though, hating a driver because of their fan base is the dumbest thing I think I've ever seen in racing.
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
But then again, Chase Elliott.
Lefty had a tweet thread that he did today that said like, how do people actually hate Alex Bowman? And like half of the replies were like, oh, his fan base is super toxic. And it's like, Alex Bowman isn't his fan base. He doesn't control that. It's just like how Kyle Larson doesn't control the idiots that root for him too.
I will say it is.
I hate Joey Logano. It's not because of his fans, even though I think his fans are obnoxious. They're two mutually exclusive things.
I do. I agree with what you're saying, but at the same time, I understand how I can be put off from like I was put off of. Obviously, I was also young and like an idiot. Like I was put off from Dale Jr. for years because I hated the fans and the fan base. But like I never hated Dale Jr. I was just like, I don't like that guy. All his fans rub me the wrong way. I'm not gonna root for him. I don't want to join that group. But I agree with what you're saying. I think it's absurd, like this nonsense with people's fans and fan bases. Like I hate Chase. I don't hate Chase Elliott. I think Chase Elliott is a little bit of a weirdo, but like his fans are bigger weirdos. You know, it is what it is.
Fan base matches the driver.
Even as somebody who. Like, I was a diehard Dale Earnhardt Jr. fan, and I'd be the first person to tell you that Dale Jr. fans were probably the worst.
You rack up the being a part of the miserable, obnoxious fan bases, huh? Cowboys, Dale Jr.,
Cleveland Browns,
Kyle Larson,
Washington Capitals, Colorado Avalanche.
Nobody tell them that my dad made me a Yankees fan, too.
Ain't no way.
I don't really care about baseball, though. So, see, well, me as a Yankees fan, I'm like, yeah, I know. Anyway, no, but yeah, just to take it back to what I was saying earlier about like finally being a fan of a driver who wins. I was into NASCAR the most during that miserable period of being a junior fan. So now every time Alex Bowman wins, I'm like, this feels wrong. Like I feel like I shouldn't be experiencing this right now. Like it's almost like I'm like emotionally damaged and I can't actually deal with my drivers winning. So
Joe's going through the opposite of that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of jealous of all the Jimmy Johnson and Kyle Busch fans that I've known. I'm like, how does it feel just like expecting this? It's so weird.
It's pretty gnarly.
Both my guys
definitely makes for a more disappointing after party, but you know.
When you come crashing back down to earth.
Yeah. Now he's a field filler in IndyCar. But it's okay. I love it.
Yeah.
Until Texas in a couple weeks.
I hope so. That'd be pretty gnarly.
That'd be pretty sick if he got like a top 10.
I think I will shed tears. Well, all I've heard is all this. Oh man, Jimmy, what a good guy. And it's like I kind of miss when people didn't like him. I kind of liked it better when people hated him.
Davey is the guy that likes the bad guys in wrestling. He likes the heels.
I don't actually, because you might be onto something. Because I love I was never a bigger fan of Kyle Busch and Brad Keselowski than when they were both at their most toxic with each other. I love them both. I absolutely adore both of them. I think their rivalry is amazing. I kind of wanted to come back, but
toxic, stupid Brad was a lot better than just kind of dumb comment here every couple months, Brad.
And slow Brad.
He's not slow. He was in the top 10 when he spun out.
Invisible.
I don't know what to tell you.
Invisible.
I just wouldn't spin out if I were Brad Keselowski.
I mean, literally,
this brings me back.
Every driver I root for lost the car off of 4 on Sunday. So, like,
not to go off into a little tangent here, but I saw so many people yesterday on Discord I'm not going to call out names, but they know who they are, saying, "Oh, Kyle Busch is struggling." Matt, wasn't that you too?
Okay, so first off,
He's struggling with his Walmart card.
I didn't say okay. The way I worded it was wrong. I was saying because there was all that speculation leading into next gen. It's like, oh, it's going to expose people, and then you look at the fact that Kyle Busch has spun out like 8 times in 2 races. Yes, I know he almost won. That was before he almost won, but he had already spun out twice this weekend and had junked his car in practice.
That's fair. I look at the trans, and Kyle Busch qualified 3rd at Auto Club, was running up front at the and it wasn't you. There were other people who were saying like, yeah, it's weird that Kyle Busch is struggling so much.
And then, people kind of jumped on it. They were like, yeah, Kyle Busch sucks this year, and I was like, that's not what I was saying, but okay.
Like, hold on, no, that was definitely you were definitely a circumstance of the other people in the room, but like, it was weird. I was like, damn, like he's actually he's running fine today. What do you mean?
And then as he almost won, I was like, Davey's going to give me so much crap if he ends up winning this race on the show this
and
Monday.
And he still did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still did. It's kind of my thing at this point.
Yeah, I mean, these cars, I don't think that it gets talked about enough how hard they are to drive. In terms of, like, drivers are learning how to drive these things and what the signs of a car spinning out are.
Mm-hmm.
It is so refreshing to see, like, spinning is a danger now. Yeah. Because the late era of the Gen 6, the cars were just glued to the track. And yes, you still had people would spin sometimes, but it was incredibly rare. Like, I feel like I haven't seen somebody just lose a car like we saw with Brad or with Eric Jones or with the number of spins there were.
Briscoe.
And a lot of people don't understand with, like, well, I said this in Discord yesterday as well. I'm going to be regurgitating it. Kyle Busch likes his cars tight. People think he likes his cars loose because he's like wild out of control. No, he gets them loose. Like, he drives them that hard, and like he has good enough car control to bring it back when it does. But like his setups compared to like this is something that I heard from Cole Byrne. Like when they put Kyle Busch's setup in Martin Truex's car, it was tight. It was too tight for Martin. So like people don't understand that Kyle Busch doesn't love a loose race car. He's really comfortable when the car is a little snugger and he's got to hustle it.
Fast.
Loose is fast.
Yeah, you got to take 150 pounds of wedge out. That's what they teach you in the school of NR online racing.
Mm-hmm. Yes, the game from 2002 is very reliable.
Yeah.
Yep.
With tracks.
Oh, why am I self-spinning on every short run? All right.
Matt, I made a meme for you that you're going to have to see.
Oh, baby.
I made a meme for you.
Oh, no, I hit a seam.
Yeah, it's a seam meme.
Oh, I think I saw that, meme. Actually.
They feed us.
Yeah, I did see that, and I don't think I reacted to it because I was mad.
A great effort by Kyle Busch's team, though, to get their backup car or their backup roller ready. Lucky for Gibbs, I guess, that they didn't crash 2 cars in practice, because that would have been bad.
Yeah. Dude, that's crazy to me that teams are just like not showing up to the track with multiple backups.
It's not by choice.
I know. It's just like I figured at least the big teams would have
and
backups.
I think also like I also don't believe it, but like I know why, but I'm still like, wow.
Yeah. I mean, like if any team is going to strive, I figured to be like, oh yeah, Spire can only run 1 car this week because Corey's really junked it in practice.
Yeah.
Another thing to think about too, if you only sign 1 car out for each team, it's a lot, less weight, maybe not as much fuel burn.
Yeah.
A little money that way.
They don't care about that.
I know, but you're not prepping 2 cars either for the same track, so you got that going for you. Wouldn't be surprised if a lot of teams probably loaded up with 2 cars last week to California, maybe left transporters out west, but or did that for this week? I don't know. I'm not a logistics guy, but it's like you said, it's refreshing to see guys struggling with the car, and that's all. The tire, and we're not going to talk about that this week because we talked about it last week. But the tire, smaller sidewall, less room for error. Guys' legs going numb still.
That's interesting. I still don't. Do they know what's causing? Have they said what exactly is causing that? Or?
Tyler Reddick was on XM today, and he said they still don't know, and that this week his left leg went too.
From what I heard, so the pedals used to be mounted from the roll bar, and so now they're on the floor, so you're kind of pushing down rather than pushing out. So I feel like that's got to be something to do with it.
You'd be hearing about more issues then. I feel like.
Yeah.
I feel like Reddick's the only, and I think Reddick's the only one that's prominent.
Reddick's also very short, so
Well,
that might also
get
have
him a
something.
little
You
to do
never
with
box
it.
know,
to
man.
put under his pedals. That's what I did.
You never
when I
know,
was a
man.
kid.
It's not like all these drivers were in the same seats or anything, too. Like it's a whole lot of different things that it could be. Like it's
Yeah.
not just like, oh, well,
No,
we'd be
it's
hearing
one
more
thing.
about it. Like Tyler Reddick could what? What are you
It's
talking
one
about?
thing.
Anyway.
Tyler Reddick's got blood clots. That's why that's happening. of
Shut
course.
up! Shut the hell up! But like everyone runs
It's that
different.
3
Everyone
cheese
likes
stuff
their
that
seats
sponsors
different.
his car. It's the weed.
I just rot your brain.
Davey,
Drivers
I've
with different
literally
seats. Moving on.
barely talked this episode and you're getting angry at me. I love it.
I'm not angry.
No,
Who's
you
angry?
are. No,
Are
you're
you?
angry. No. You know who
I
was
think you're
angry?
God, just shut up and kiss already.
Okay.
Ryan Sieg was really angry.
Ryan Seek was really
Holy
angry at the guy that won the
moly.
race,
That
Ty
man.
Gibbs.
Which here's how what here. I mean, you guys, if you guys want to run through the situation yourselves,
Ty Gibbs.
Ty Gibbs,
No
listen.
awareness.
Ryan Sieg
Yeah.
had every right to be upset. Ryan Sieg had every right to wall Ty Gibbs. Ryan Sieg did not, however, have to mess that up completely and wreck himself.
If you're gonna wreck, yeah. To quote your favorite driver, Landon Castle, Davey. Rule number 1 of stock car racing is learn how to wreck stuff without wrecking yourself.
Correct.
I was so on board with Ryan Sieg because I can't stand Ty Gibbs, and then I was like, "Come on, dude."
It was honestly how I felt after the Kevin Harvick thing at the Roval, because I was like, you know what? Yeah, screw Chase Elliott. He was kind of a butthole at Bristol, and like,
Yeah,
he went and he got Kevin Harvick went and got him, and you know what? He got him. Fair enough. Good for him. And I was like sitting there and I'm watching Chase Elliott get back to him. I was like, oh
yeah.
no.
If
And
you're
then
gonna
and then
wreck it, dude, you've
then
got
he
to
runs-
finish the job.
And then he runs straight into the wall and won. And it's the same feeling I had with Ryan Sieg. I was like, no, you weren't supposed. It wasn't supposed to be this way. No. You know, it was really disappointing.
That's the whole Ryan Sieg's interview.
I'm gonna get food.
Was hilarious. Just the whole is Jamie Little, is this over? Maybe. And then he just like stares at the camera. Like you can tell Ryan Sieg doesn't do the same media training as like the younger Toyota and Chevy drivers. But
Also, shout out to Ty Gibbs for probably the worst, air quotes here, apology I've ever heard in my life.
if I meant to wreck him, I would have wrecked him. What?
Yeah, if I meant to wreck you, you wouldn't have been driving around still. And it's like, okay, that's not sorry.
That's not what he was angry about.
Yeah,
Sieg is angry about.
I'm sorry you got so offended by that, Ryan. It's the same energy as that.
It was pretty much like Sieg. It seemed like was more angry about Gibbs driving and racing people that hard that are really in the race, and that's something that everyone.
You know, a totally reasonable thing to think.
Exactly, totally reasonable thing to think, as Davey said.
Especially like when you look at it from the perspective of Ryan Sieg as an owner driver, and it's like, oh great, that's a repair bill I got to pay for because friggin' Silver Spoon kid over here ran me over.
Yeah.
You want to try that accent again that you were going to start saying, and then you stopped, caught yourself?
Me?
No.
What?
No. Nothing. No, never mind. You didn't.
I said friggin', so.
You're talking like you have marbles in your mouth.
Joe, I literally said like 3 weeks ago, I have a slight southern accent that comes out on certain things. I'm like, you're not from the South. And then I just did it there, and you're like, oh, what was that? And I was like, I told you. I've already told you what this is.
Gatekeeping. Anyways, that's me. That's me.
I don't get paid enough for this.
You don't get paid at all.
Yeah, exactly.
No, and I think that was the thing. He was just angry with Gibbs racing that hard. Young driver, reckless intent. And the Fox people have been saying all year, oh, what's wrong with Ty Gibbs? And he's making all these rookie mistakes and blah, blah. And he did it again, and he still won because he has one of the best cars, if not the best car out there.
Yeah. And also, he's very talented.
Well, yeah, but also being in good equipment will always help.
Mm-hmm.
Quit gatekeeping.
Are you enjoying those waffle fries from the chicken store?
Oh, good.
Okay. Chandler Smith beats the boss man, Kyle Busch, at the Truck Series race Friday night. Another horrendous truck race
Oh, my God.
that I'm sure you have some great things to say. So
I thought it was a fun, entertaining race, and then the truck series was like, oh wait, we're the truck series for like the last 10 laps, and it was embarrassing at the end of that race. I can't remember what brought out the late. Yeah. Oh, I also just realized we jumped over something really embarrassing in the Xfinity race. Maybe I'll have to come back to it.
What did I jump over?
But Eckes dumping himself off of Kyle Busch's nose in the middle of the straightaway. That was funny.
That was funny.
Spencer
Derek
Boyd. Kraus.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, Derek Kraus is still a menace to society and probably shouldn't be racing in the truck series. Because, oh my god, he almost caught...
He's terrible.
He's ridiculous. And then Spencer Boyd gets spun out on the backstretch and dislocates his shoulder and is sitting up against the inside wall for a lap and a half, and NASCAR just never threw the caution. Just straight up didn't throw a caution, even though there was a truck sitting on the track. Like, what the hell?
Joe, it's a podcast. You don't have to raise your hand. It pisses me off when you do that.
That's why I do it.
It's literally your show.
The one thing with the Spencer Boyd wreck, yeah, that's pretty bad. He was parked against that inside wall. Don't know how tough it is to see that from the tower. There still should be spotters around the track to see, you know, the parked truck there, but don't put it all on the NASCAR tower. You know what I mean? Don't put it all on them.
Why?
Because it's you can there's a system in place that the system failed, not just the one person, not just the one race director.
Well, yeah, when I'm saying NASCAR, I'm saying them as a whole.
I know.
Like, that is a complete failure of race control.
But like a lot of times when you say NASCAR, people just think, oh, Steve Phelps.
No.
Steve O'Donnell. I don't know who the Cup Series, Xfinity, or Truck Series director are. Although I did look up the Truck Series director and posted his LinkedIn in the USORL Discord, but I don't think anyone caught on.
Yeah, probably not.
That's quite funny, though.
And then Nemechek and Enfinger wrecked too, didn't they?
Yeah, there were like 3 wrecks and they just didn't show them.
Yeah. It's that great Truck Series broadcast team.
It's the FS1 difference.
Yep.
I love it.
It's so sad how, like, I know, like, people like to say that booth is awful, and I think some of it has to... that Vince Welch is a pit reporter. Some people are just better as pit reporters. That's
Which
okay.
he is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Michael Waltrip. Give me Michael Waltrip, Michael Joy,
fine.
and Clint Boyer. Well, actually, probably not Clint Boyer, but give me Michael Waltrip with a Mike Joy, or, you know, when he was with Rick Allen for all those years.
Yeah,
right?
I was going to say, I missed the original truck team of Rick Allen, Phil Parsons, and Michael Waltrip.
Chris Devoda down on the grid.
Yeah.
Truck broadcast.
That was always pretty good. I like those broadcasts. Don't know if it's nostalgia, but...
Yeah, credits Chandler Smith beating his team owner. Yeah. It's pretty cool. I want to go back to the Xfinity race real quick, because since we're talking
about the truck race.
Okay.
Kyle Busch, after the race, was talking about how he's disappointed and needs to get the 4 team turned around, as John Hunter has been wrecked from inside the top 10 in both races this year.
Yeah, and he won both stages at Daytona.
Just want to throw that out there.
Which, I mean, part of it is probably him saying... part of it is probably him saying, like, we got to figure out how to, you know, avoid those mistakes or whatever, or avoid the problems on the track. But I want to go back to the Xfinity race.
Sure.
When there's that wreck with Ryan Vargas, and I think it was Stefan Parsons.
Oh my!
I think it was the other guy.
Yeah.
Why is Jesse Iwuji in an Xfinity Series car?
Money.
Oh my god! How does he have a license?
Money.
Dude.
Hey, he's a very popular driver. Remember, he got voted into all those iRacing Pro Invitational events last year.
You mean the U.S. Army paid to have them rig the vote to get him into the iRacing things for publicity?
Well, I don't know why the Army would do that, because the Army usually doesn't like
whatever branch of the military is part of.
You just discredited yourself. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yep. Sorry, I'm not up to speed with my Jesse Iwuji lore.
I mean, they talk about him like constantly about how he's a former Navy.
Sorry, my apologies.
I didn't know that. I turn my ears off when they talk about him. So.
Dude, okay, it's like what I said last season. Jesse Iwuji, fantastic guy. Mm-hmm. Love the dude. Get out of a NASCAR stock car. Go race late models. You are not ready for full-bodied stock cars. Oh my god. It's unreal how bad he is.
Emmett Smith is such a kind man.
Yeah. I
pretty
really
much-
hope he's got a lot of money in his savings. I hope he saved all of his game checks because he's going to be paying for a lot of repair bills.
I think that car is technically one of the JD Motorsports cars, right?
I think so.
That's where they got
yeah.
their owner's points, and I'm assuming probably prepared.
I'm pretty sure it's Vargas's points from last year.
The 6 cars points, you mean?
Yeah, and then Vargas has like
The 15.
one of the other teams. Yeah, something like that. It's just frustrating to see like a guy like Trevor Bayne can only get 6 Xfinity races for a year, and has struggled to find a ride for years. But Jesse Iwuji, who has no business being in a stock car, has a full-time ride.
Yeah, there's also the idea that the Jesse Iwuji's ride is not very good compared to the 6 races that Trevor Bayne gets into. Davey's driver would know a thing or two about picking and choosing. That's how he got into the Cup Series. And that's the thing. You can say that, well, how does Greg Biffle not have a full-time ride if so-and-so? Part of it's money, but also part of it's probably pride.
Yeah.
I mean, think about Matt DiBenedetto in the offseason, made a big fuss about, well, I want to be in the Cup Series because I've been in the Cup Series, and now he's in the Truck Series.
Yeah.
And can't finish top 10. Or I think he probably did finish top 10 this past week. Good job,
I think
Matt.
he's got back-to-back top 10s. But...
Well,
I thought he was 11th this week.
Well, he's kind of backed into those finishes like he always does, so who cares, right?
Yes.
But it's that same... That was a joke. If my laughter... I just... The audio listeners, right? They don't get my facial expressions.
Excuse me.
He's finished 10th and 6th so far.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, never
So,
mind.
pretty good
All right.
start for the 25 team, but it's just... It's that pride thing. Matt Kenseth, I'm not going to come back unless I'm in a good ride, and then 6 months down the road, he's with Roush part-time because they're evaluating their equipment, or he's back with the 42 team and was not very good in 2020, so... I don't know. It's the pride thing. I don't say, like, making that blanket statement that, oh, how does Jesse Iwuji have a ride if Trevor Bayne doesn't? I think you're treading on dangerous waters. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'd
But I
be
do
one
get
thing
it.
if he was just slow, but he spun out in practice and qualifying and then wrecked 2 really good race cars and was like 16 laps down at the time. Like, he's just so out of his depth. It's unreal.
You do start to wonder when are we going to come to a point where
License
like,
system.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Let's
because
do it.
it's like, it's not like fans are just saying this. I like the industry saying it. I see everyone on Twitter has made a comment, whether discreetly or not discreetly, about what the hell is going on with that team and that driver.
And like, I also don't want to discourage people from pursuing their dream. Like, obviously, he served the country and then he was like, okay, I'm going to use my money to become a NASCAR driver like I've always wanted to. But it's like, dude, you're not. There's a reason why there's like a ladder system in place. There's a reason why guys grind away on short tracks before they move up to NASCAR.
He's only wanted to be a NASCAR driver for a couple of years.
All right, well,
this isn't like some lifelong thing, is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, whatever.
Worse.
Yeah, that does make it actually worse.
Yeah.
So it's just frustrating. I'm like, God damn it, dude.
Watch your mouth.
Yeah. Gee dang it.
There we go. Golly gosh darn it.
Yeah, gosh dang it to heck, man.
But nonetheless, 3 really good races in Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
Like, quality races. Cup Series.
Yeah, we didn't say Cup race was really good, by the way. 3 weeks in a row now. So.
Was that a finger wag? I have something to say and I'm still chewing, or was that just a finger wag of agreement?
Finger wag of agreement.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, 3 good Cup races. I think I said it last week on here that I'm just going to wait till the end of the year, but promising signs. Don't overreact to the first 3 races being really good with a new car.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, coming into this week, we were all saying, like, I want it to be good. Don't know. It's going to be Vegas. Vegas has been kind of a snoozer for a while, and it ended up being really entertaining. So we didn't even mention the Kyle Busch-Martin Truex battle, which was really good. So
that was a very, very good battle.
Ross Chastain dominated the second half of the race, which was weird.
Yeah.
So
really, Kyle Busch was really impressive. That Truex was quicker than him there for a few laps, and I feel like if Truex would have got out front earlier,
he would
have been a different race.
Yeah.
But
And,
Mark
like,
Truex is also not that kind of guy, which I've spoken about before. This is adds to my point. Like,
Yeah.
if he's got a car that's capable of winning, he'll
He'll win.
drive it to that point.
Yeah.
But after, hounding Kyle Busch and then getting around him, getting crossed over, it just didn't have it anymore. It was done. That race was over. But
And
it was a good battle.
for what it's worth, it wasn't like the air quotes here battles that we've seen over the last few years where somebody just gets up to somebody and then hits a wall. Like Truex was making moves and even got by Kyle at some point, and Kyle crossed him over. So it wasn't that he hit that wall of air coming off of Kyle. It was almost like, he got to a point where Kyle was taking his line away and he had to find a way around him and he couldn't. So it was a good battle. Big fan. So Joe's looking very intoxicated now. So
Joe looks drunk.
Always. Take that with what you mean. Folks, if you're looking for a race win diecast from this past weekend, you're going to want to head over to our friends at CircleBdiecast.com. You can now use code JTAN at checkout for free shipping on your order of $20 or more. CircleBdiecast.com is your home for all your racing-related memorabilia needs. Not only diecast, folks. I know it's in the name, but they got t-shirts, hats, and a bunch of other goodies for not only NASCAR, IndyCar, and a bunch of dirt racing diecast as well. Again, CircleBdiecast.com. Pre-order any diecast that you want, including Alex Bowman's Las Vegas race winner, and use our code JTAN at checkout for free shipping on your order of $20 or more. You also help support us here on JTN. We've kind of talked about our opinions on next gen, but we like it. I think we like pretty much everything that everyone says they like, and don't like everything that everyone else says they don't like, right? We don't like flat tires. We don't like flat tires.
Yeah, flat tires.
That's
For what it's worth,
that's been the only issue with this car.
The flat tires didn't have much of an issue this week either.
Oh, that was kind of like lucky
circumstances
with the tire not going.
Goodyear still has to execute.
Yeah, we didn't see as many people getting beached on flat tires like we did at Auto Club. So
we did see someone driving down a dirt road in Michigan, though. Christopher Bell.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Y'all, that joke I made was just so funny. I'm so mad that no one else laughed at it.
What was the joke?
Well, you guys, like he said, Goodyear tires actually held up quite a bit this weekend. And Joe, you said, "Oh, that's you. That was a little bit of luck too, like lucky situations." And I was like, "Nope, Goodyear still had to execute."
I didn't even catch him saying luck. I was like, I don't get.
I was like, "No, Goodyear still has to execute."
Yeah.
These two don't listen to me, folks. I don't know why they're still here or how they're still here.
I listened to you.
What?
I listened to you so intently.
You said you didn't hear me say luck, so that was okay. Anyways.
Well, that's more of an indictment of me than it is you. So
that's real.
Yeah. Joe, I forgot to eat dinner 3 days in a row until 10 p.m.
Is
okay,
absurd.
I'm gonna miss some things that you say sometimes.
That is absurd.
I'm doing an indictment on me. It was all an indictment on you.
Just gonna also say that earlier when you guys were talking about lizard windows, I kind of zoned out for about 30 seconds, so I had no idea what you guys were talking about, but I just went along with it because it was the start of the show.
Yeah.
Now we take the next gen car out to the desert in Phoenix. Xfinity race on Saturday, Cup race on Sunday, ARCA's on Friday, so get your popcorn because Friday is going to be fun. I don't know what I hate that we run the championship track twice. I've said that 1,000 times. I feel like a broken record at this point.
Yeah.
But Phoenix.
Who cares about ARCA, first of all?
Well, that's not on our sheet. I just wanted to mention that ARCA's on Friday, so there'll be a lot of funny videos coming out.
Oh, yeah.
ARCA Night in America, baby.
Breaks. It's ARCA Night in America!
All right, picks. Ty Gibbs.
Lame.
Who do I want to pick? Well, I'm thinking Joe, you go.
Riley Herbst.
All right, that was bold. I guess I'll take Justin Allgaier.
Not even gonna write these down because these are just for fun.
Yeah, you said that all last season, and you're like, "Yeah, in 2022 we're gonna actually keep track." And now we're 3 weeks in, and you're like, "I'm not keeping track."
Keep track at least for Cup. At least keep track for Cup.
We need to get Dewey to make us a spreadsheet.
We do, yeah. I'll tell Dewey that if you listen, like he needs to listen to the show every week and keep track of our picks. So.
Yeah, we'll just throw that on him.
Yeah. We'll do it. Local spreadsheet enthusiast, Dewey Schramm III.
Guy's a maniac, man. Guy is a maniac. He's probably asleep in Discord right now.
I was finally
He's
on
the
Discord
only
for the
person
first
in
time.
voice, and he's muted, so there's a 100% chance that he's asleep.
I didn't realize that was a thing until a couple days ago when I was in there and he fell asleep and he was snoring and it was just.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's listening to some P-Roach, too. All right.
Jeff Kiss. Cup Series race. First pseudo short track race. See how Next Gen performs.
Chase Elliott.
Ooh. Do I want to pick outside of Hendrick for once?
No.
He's gonna pick Kyle Larson because he won here last time.
Yeah, and it's not about winning or losing, Joe. It's about winning.
Okay. Are you picking Kyle Larson? I have to hear you say it.
Do you want to pick Kyle Larson?
No.
Oh my god.
Okay, then I'll take him.
It's not fun.
Guys, I hate it here.
Give me Kurt Busch.
There you go.
What?
I can see it
I
happening.
picked the monster
That's
cars.
a good flyer.
I
That's a
picked
good
the
flyer.
monster cars. Did we not see that trend?
No.
Oh my god. I can't wait for the first weekend where we have only Cup and trucks because I'm going to pick all Todd. It's Todd Bodine, Todd Gilliland.
If Bodine's racing.
I need Todd Cleaver to make a comeback in Xfinity 2, so I can just go straight Todd, all 3 series.
Todd
So,
all day, baby.
yeah.
That's everything that got on our show sheet. Like pulling teeth every
I'm
week.
sure there's some
The
stuff.
number of looks I've gotten from Joe this week.
Formula One. Formula One's had some stuff going on, Andretti and all that in it.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. I don't.
Also-
It sounds like Haas doesn't want to sell their team, but
You might have to.
they might have to.
That's right.
They said they're funded. They said they're like financially fine without.
Because Gene Haas just pays for everything because he's got all that CNC money.
Yeah.
Literally, in like my one machining class, we're just talking about there's like 7 companies, like on a name brand level.
I know 2 of them. That's about it.
I only know Haas, if I'm being honest.
Tormac's the other big CNC one. Welcome to the CNC podcast.
We're gonna take you through all
Next
the
we're gonna
innovations in manufacturing.
Next,
No,
we're gonna
look-
have a forklift podcast.
Dude, so for real, I've been watching a lot of YouTube channels about just making stuff, specifically stuff made here, and I like to make stuff. And so I've just absorbed so much like secondhand, really expensive machinery knowledge through those. So I'm like, oh, dude, is that a Tormac? Awesome.
Yeah, but when did they say that Andretti might be able to field a team? It's like still a few years
I thought
out
they
from
said
now, like 2
24.
years. Yeah,
I've seen 24,
that's pretty
25.
cool.
Which is funny because
Bye, Colton
they
Herta.
also said they would be interested in NASCAR at around the same time, too.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Gotcha,
When
baby.
does the new engine deal?
It was supposed
Come
to be
around.
24 originally,
Ah,
but I have a feeling that will get pushed back.
oh, but
Yeah.
imagine if it came around and it was Honda Andretti everywhere. Oh,
Ooh.
Or
That
just
would be
bring
pretty cool.
Dodge
my
back to
God.
NASCAR,
I'd be
please.
such a big Andretti fan. Holy crap, that'd be
Stellantis.
so cool.
Stellantis, please bring Dodge back to NASCAR, please.
Honda, Donda.
Do we all think
Can we
that,
say that?
if it,
I think we can say that. That's
yeah,
fine.
Kanye might sue us?
I'm
you
not
gotta be
Pete
careful.
Davidson. so
Isn't
who
it
cares?
yay now?
Yeah, whatever.
I don't know, honestly.
I have his name muted on Twitter, so I'm not up to date with anything Kanye. So
Oh, well, look at you.
Regardless.
You're so high and mighty.
yeah,
Regardless, a full Honda lineup of Andretti race teams that's awesome. I would like that.
Are
a
they
lot.
Who do
Honda
we-
in Formula E?
I don't know.
let's find out.
Are there
I
even
don't know.
menus in Formula E?
Yeah, there are.
Cool.
Well, I thought are
Best
there?
part is
Because
no
I
one
feel like it's
cares
just
about
factory
Formula E.
teams.
Kinda.
Well, that's
so
menus.
teams tend to. Most teams just build their own.
Yeah, I
engines,
was gonna
like
say.
it- So maybe they're just building their own power plant. Let's see.
Because I think they were Volkswagen and when they were doing the not the World Rallycross, but the
Or Global Rallycross. Yeah.
Yep.
Formula E. What kind of
That
engines do
series
they have?
died.
They run BMWs.
not Honda.
Yeah.
Sorry, Davey.
That could change though.
That's fine. It can change.
What would Honda run? The
Um,
Civic or the Accord?
Accord. Because
Accord, yeah.
they don't really run compact cars in NASCAR, so
That's fair.
Xfinity would get the Civic.
that'd be pretty cool.
That would be freaking sick.
It would look pretty cool, actually.
It would look so good.
Okay, we got a Camaro, we
It's
got a
gotta happen.
Mustang, we got a Supra, and a Civic.
It'd
Yeah.
probably be like Civic Type R. Like it
Well, the
matters,
Type R
but
is a hatchback, though, which is a problem.
Who
Who
cares?
cares?
Who cares?
I literally watch guys run Cadillac trucks in NR. I don't care.
Yeah,
This
I'm
just
gonna run
Xfinity
next-
Series goes hot hatch.
I would actually be down for that. Next truck season we do, I'm gonna run the Peterbilt template. So,
Can you run the PT Cruiser template,
I could do
No.
that too.
please?
No.
Please.
Joe, have you ever seen the Peterbilt CWS 15
I have
template?
not.
Oh my god, it's so good. I'll have
Okay.
to send it to you after this. Back on the topic of F1, who do we all think Fittipaldi's getting the second Haas seat?
I want it to be Hulkenberg. I think Haas wants it to be Hulkenberg too, but I'm sure there's a lot of factors that play into that.
Yeah. So
I imagine
We'll see.
Haas wants it to be Hulkenberg purely on the fact that there's going to be experience in the team, and the team will probably suffer greatly with two rookies again.
yeah.
They
Or
need
a
an
rookie
experienced
and a
driver
second-year
in at
driver.
least one seat. Well, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Mick's still inexperienced at the end of the day. So
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. Probably gonna still be midfield, but you're still hoping
mean
Haas
back in
is.
the
Haas
field.
if they were-
Yeah,
be Haas
hopefully
if they were
Haas isn't
midfield.
terrible again this year. So
Yeah.
They will be.
yeah, unfortunately.
Where are they based out of? They're not based out of the States.
No,
They're
they
probably
have
based
they
somewhere
have
in
two.
England.
They have a UK factory and a US base. So basically, I think they manufacture some parts in the main shop in North Carolina, but they run the whole team out of the UK, I think. I know
the
they're at
UK
least
is where
based
the
out of
team
UK.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
That makes more
which
sense.
is where
Yeah.
most F1 teams are based out of the UK.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's probably more staff in England as well.
Yeah.
It's probably just machinists and stuff in North Carolina.
Yeah, more than likely. So,
Cool.
Yeah.
That was another
Little
episode of the
F1
Big
talk.
Racers podcast. That was
I guess
cool.
that was it.
That was
Yeah,
fun.
that was a cute little episode.
Cute.
We're in the
Little.
middle of the season now, baby. It's
back in the swing of
that's what it
things.
is.
I can talk about Supercross if we
No,
want
we're
to
good.
fill this out a little more.
We don't
Four
need to
wheels
fill
only.
time. We do not
Yeah.
need to fill time. We have learned that lesson too many times.
Well, I was gonna say Jason Anderson had 4 wheels when Malcolm Stewart took him out. So,
Was he
So.
in the middle?
Oh, 3 wide.
well,
Malcolm
Okay.
in the middle.
kind of. So,
Thank you for watching the Figures podcast.
If you want to help support us here on JTN 2, now we're JTN. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on both channels. Make sure you hit the like button on the video. Be a friend, tell a friend. Subscribe to us here on JTN. Sorry, Matt, we're not going to talk about Supercross, and it's making you angry, and I don't care. The smile on your face made me
literally
very happy
nobody
there.
to talk to about this.
Sorry, we cannot help you change that.
Supercross is great. You should watch.
I'm
I
sure
used
it's
to watch-
great.
I used to watch Supercross to fall asleep on Saturday nights.
JTN 2, otherwise known as JTN as well.
Exactly.
I've been holding that one in for a few minutes.
Make sure you hit
When
the
you
like
started
button
saying that, I thought you were gonna say that you're like, I've been holding that one in for like 4 episodes.
I did too. As well. But make sure you hit the like button and subscribe on both channels. It does a lot to help support us. If you want to go that extra mile, of course, follow us on our social media, Twitter, Facebook, Johto Network. Those things are all linked down in the video description below. We're going to be doing a merch giveaway on our Twitter and maybe Facebook, because YouTube's kind of hard to do merch giveaways on once we get to 1,000 subscribers. So you have to be following us there to have a chance to win a piece of merch. It'll most likely be a t-shirt of your choosing. That's pretty cool. So make sure you're checking those things out. We'd really appreciate it if you followed us on the social media so we can get those numbers up. And of course, here on JTN2, you can head on over to the JTN merch store also. Speaking of merch, to help support us even more. Yeah, got Fake Racers podcast coffee mugs. Those are pretty cool.
I'm gonna have to get one of those.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
All right, time to buy it.
Matthew, if you want to find out more from him, you can go to msteelman51 on Twitter.
Oh, I don't get to do it myself.
That's it, right?
Yeah, my
'Cause
YouTube channel
Oopsides is
exists
dead.
also.
Dale Jr. 88
What?
rocks on YouTube.
Yeah.
Because Dale Jr. rocks. Where's
we were
Provo?
gonna record.
Utah. That's
Working
where
on
it
it
is.
here and there. So
Provo's in Utah.
working on it here and there. I burned myself out, so I've been taking a break, and I've got just so much on my plate right now. So
That's how
Maybe
we
in a
make
few
stop
weeks.
motions, baby.
So
Burnout.
yeah.
I declare I don't care no more. Davey.
What? Me?
I don't know what's happening.
What is it? My name?
That was like the start to burn. Never mind. They can
You
find.
can find more from me at Davey Hazard on Twitter, at D7H5 on Instagram, at D7H5 with an ER at the end on Twitch. I love you all.
Kiss,
That's
kiss, smooch, smooch. Can't thank you folks as always enough for listening to our ramblings about sweet nothings. And we'll see you guys next week on the Fake Racers podcast here over on JTN2. Thank you so much.
No, you won't.
for
No, you won't.
watching.
No, you won't. No, you won't.
Oh my god!
I'm just gonna keep recording.
I had to end the podcast. He said, "You haven't stopped."
Nope.
I'm Gaslight. You're Gatekeep. Matt's Girl Boss. We gotta keep. We gotta. The podcast is. Joe is ending the podcast right now. He doesn't know it yet, but he is.